The demands of foreign diplomacy are not keeping President Trump off Twitter. Today, at around 1:30 in the morning, London time, by the way, he went after Bette Midler, then Chuck Schumer, and then several hours later, this, writing, "If the totally corrupt media was less corrupt, I would be up by 15 points in the polls based on our tremendous success with the economy, maybe best ever." But one group of Americans may beg to differ. Truck drivers who say Trump's tax bill is not only putting them out of business, but putting the American economy at risk. Our own Morgan Radford sat down with a handful of long-haul truck drivers. What did they have to say?
They had a lot to say, Chris. You might actually be surprised to find out that trucking is a $725 billion industry, and 1 in 16 jobs in the U.S. goes to a trucker. But this particular group, who I spoke to in Jackson, Georgia, they say the promises made by the president to put them first weren't exactly the promises kept. So they started a protest and are now sounding the alarm that the rosy economic picture the president is now painting is not exactly what they're seeing through the windshield.
After working as a truck driver for 20 years, Billy Bogar is thinking of calling it quits.
How hard are things for truckers right now?
Almost impossible, really.
Now he's one of thousands of truck drivers throughout the country, hoping to get the White House's attention with a new protest group called Black Smoke Matters, named after the exhaust smoke that used to come from big rigs.
Do you feel like this administration is listening to you as truckers?
No, ma'am.
No, they're not listening, not at all.
A mix of Republicans, Democrats, and independents.
How many of you voted for the president in the last election? 1, 2, 3.
Many of their complaints are unique to trucking, like parking costs and a lack of training for new drivers.
You'll receive.
But they say some of their issues affect all Americans, like the Republican-led tax bill.
How many of you, by a show of hands, saw your taxes increase this year?
They all went up, yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah, this year they went up.
1, 2.
Yeah.
All of you? So most of you saw your taxes increase.
The reason? Something called a per diem. In the past, truckers could deduct things like food and daily expenses from their taxable income. Now, with Trump's new tax bill, they no longer can.
I have a young family at home, and with our per diem, they took the per diem out. That made an $8,000 difference.
$8,000?
What I personally paid.
So what were you paying in taxes last year?
Nothing.
A hit that comes especially hard after promises made by the president.
America first means putting American truckers first.
You said you also believe the president would help truckers. Do you think he's doing a good job now?
No, I don't. I mean, there's nothing that he's doing to help us out here in any way possible. I mean, none.
Mr. Trump ran on the platform of doing away with the Obama bad regulation. Well, he quite well done that for, I'm going to say corporate America, but us blue-collar America, we've got regulations that we had when Obama was in office. And I would like to ask him, why didn't he do away with the bad regulations for us, the independent owner-operator?
A trend they say should be concerning for everyone.
Have you all ever thought about quitting?
Yes, every day.
Every day?
Every day.
We want the American dream. We want to be part of having to be able to strive to do better, to take care of our families, and do a good job for the American people.
The American dream is getting further away,
it really
becoming
is.
unattainable.
Yeah.
Whether you're at home or on the road.
$8,000. Wow, Morgan. So what has the White House said about all of this, especially about those per diems?
So the White House said that based on recent rate cuts, as well as enhanced child tax credits, it should basically offset the need for those deductions. But they said that they are willing to work with Congress to help any of those truckers who are seeing those lack of deductions.
That's a lot of money. I'm curious if any of the three who say they voted for Trump will vote for him again.
They said they certainly do not think that he is going to have their vote, but they are still waiting to see.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.